Welcome back to the deep dive. Today our mission is to really get inside a crucial piece of AV hardware. We're talking about the Thor Broadcast H-8x8SDI-SW matrix switcher.
Oh, right.
It's this, compact little box of 1RU chassis, but it's basically the central nervous system for any complex video production.
That's a perfect way to put it. I mean, think of it as a traffic cop for video signals.
So if you're watching a live news broadcast and they're cutting between, say, 8 different cameras or video feeds without any glitches, this little engine is what's making that possible.
Exactly. It's an 8-input, 8-output switcher. So you can take any of those 8 incoming sources, ANS, SD, HD, 3G, SDI, and send them to any or even all of the 8 destinations. Total command on the fly.
Okay, let's dive into that then. Its biggest selling point seems to be that flexibility with formats. It sounds like it can handle pretty much everything you throw at it.
It really can, and the key is its automatic detection. You don't have to pre-configure anything.
So you can just plug things in.
Pretty much. It supports everything from like old school standard definition NTSC, PLL, all the way up to the modern 3G SDI formats. And this is important. It handles both 3G SDI level A and level B.
Okay, wait, level A and level B. For anyone listening who isn't deep in the weeds on this, what's the practical difference there?
It's all about data throughput. Think of level A as a single standard 3G stream. Level B, though, is designed to carry dual link streams.
So more data.
Exactly. It means this one box can handle what is essentially 2 separate HD feeds running down a single cable. That compliance, plus hitting all the SMPTE standards like 424M, means you get perfect signal quality, even at, say, 1080p, 60 frames per second.
And speaking of quality, this isn't just about a clean picture, is it? We have to talk about color depth.
Oh, absolutely not. We're talking about really advanced color precision. It supports things like YUV 4.2.2 and even full RGB 4.4.4.
4.4.4, meaning no color information is being lost at all.
None. Zero color compression. In plain terms, that's non-negotiable for like a high-end color grading suite or any serious post-production work where fidelity is absolutely everything.
Okay, so you have pristine signal quality, but that's useless if the box itself fails in a mission-critical setting. This is where redundant power comes in, right? Why is that such a big deal?
Because in broadcast, there are what we call no-fail applications.
Right.
Imagine a mobile truck at the Olympics or covering a major news event. If the main power supply fails, the show can't just stop.
Of course not.
Redundant power means the system instantly and seamlessly switches to the backup. It prevents a catastrophic failure that could cost millions.
So we have reliability covered. What about usability? How do you actually control all this routing complexity?
The control options are really flexible.
Yeah.
I mean, you have the front panel buttons for quick tactical changes, and there's a little 2-inch LCD screen right on the front for queuing up your next shot.
But I'm guessing most operators aren't standing right in front of it.
No, usually not. So you can manage the whole matrix with PC software over a LAN connection or a serial RS-232 port. You can even hook up a USB keyboard for super fast routing commands.
Okay, that makes sense.
But maybe the most critical technical detail here is what passes with the video. This device is designed to pass all ancillary data and all embedded audio.
So for you listening, what does this all mean? We have this very compact device, just 1RU, weighs about 1 kilogram, that is pretty much the industry standard for professional video routing. It handles every signal type, maintains incredible fidelity, and has that crucial redundancy. And we should also mention it's TAA compliant, so it meets U.S. government requirements for secure sourcing.
And that actually leads to a final thought. When we say it passes all ancillary data, I want you to consider the unseen data stream traveling with that video.
The invisible instructions.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking about timecode, closed captioning, camera control signals, all this critical metadata. So this switcher isn't just managing pictures. It's flawlessly managing the entire timing and control architecture of a massive broadcast operation. It's managing much, much more than meets the eye.